In case you didn't know, over 70% of global trade is driven by shipping. Yes, think about it. The food we eat, the clothes we wear, the machinery, all of the equipment, the various supplies, whether they be medicines, fertilizers, chemicals for production in our factories, you name them. All these critical ingredients necessary for meaningful existence are driven and supplied through the eternally busy sea lanes all over the world. And Nigeria is blessed to have the Atlantic Ocean as part of our geography. Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Nimasa This Week, the Voice of Maritime. Nimasa This Week is brought to you, of course, by the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, the nation's apex regulator and promoter of the shipping industry. My name, as you know by now, is Ubong Esien. I remain your guide on this voyage.
You are watching Nimasa This Week.
Nimasa This Week.
Nimasa This Week.
The Voice of Maritime.
The Voice of Maritime.
The Voice of Maritime.
The Voice of Maritime in Nigeria.
I'll encourage you to watch Nimasa This Week.
Nimasa This Week. The Voice of Maritime, showing on these stations.
Welcome back. It's still Nimasa This Week, the Voice of Maritime. And what do we have for you today? As always, we begin with the working activities of Dr. Bashir Jamo by taking a peek into the DG's diary. Of course, by now you also know that Nigeria has, since the month of March, been taken off the notorious red list of the IMB. Yes, the International Maritime Bureau has a red list of countries that are piracy infested, countries that are tormented ceaselessly by the activities of criminals on their waters. Nigeria is off that list. Kudos to Nimasa, the Nigerian Navy, and all of our various stakeholders. You get to hear the thinking of Nigerians on our Vox Pop segment, as well as our usual regulars. So if you're ready, let's anchor away.
The Interregional Coordinating Center, Yaoundé, in collaboration with Nimasa and the Nigerian Navy, presents the 5th plenary session of the Shared Awareness and Deconfliction, popularly known as SHADE, the Maritime Collaboration Forum of the Gulf of Guinea, live in Abuja. Theme: Enduring and Sustainable Security. Speakers: Honorable Rotimi Amechi, Minister of Transportation; Senator Gbemisola Saraki, Minister of State for Transportation; Vice Admiral AZ Gambo, Chief of Naval Staff; Captain Bell Bell, Director, Interregional Coordinating Center, Yaoundé; and Dr. Bashir Jamo, the Director General of Nimasa. Venue: Transcorp Hilton, Abuja. Date: 10th and 11th of May 2022. Time: 10 a.m. daily. This event will have in attendance the regional navies and the shipping industry. The Minister of Transportation, Honorable Rotimi Amechi, has reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to ensuring a safe, efficient, affordable, and seamless multimodal transportation system that adheres to international best practices. Honorable Amechi reiterated his commitment at the annual ministerial press briefing on landmark programs, projects, and activities of the ministry and its agencies in Abuja. The minister called for collaboration among stakeholders. In his words, it is pertinent to note that no nation has been able to achieve its potential without an efficient and effective transportation system in place. He also noted that the ministry and its agencies have, within budgetary limits, created additional infrastructure to improve the intermodal transport system, create job opportunities, and increase contribution to the nation's GDP.
It's essentially the economic program of the government with which we believe if we comply with the policies, we'll be able to grow the economy and take us out of poverty. National transport policy is that there's a committee having a conversation with the Office of the Vice President, and in attendance is myself, the Honorable Minister of State for Transport, Minister for Works, Finance, Minister for Finance, the Office of the Vice President, chaired by the Vice President. We intend to come up with a national transport policy before this year will run out.
In addition, the Minister of State for Transportation, Senator Gbemisola Saraki, remarked that the purpose of the briefing was to raise awareness of the ministry's programs and activities as they contributed to the country's development and growth of its citizens.
In this vein, government is inclined towards policies that would encourage private sector participation in the operations of various modes of transportation. Consequently, the underlisted policy bills are currently under consideration. The National Transport Policy, which is currently with FEC awaiting approval. The National Maritime Transport Policy, which is an interministerial committee working on the policy that has submitted a report to the Honourable Minister and is awaiting the approval of the NTP before adoption. Then there's the Road Transport Transformation Program, which is targeted at institutionalizing regulation in the road transport subsector.
On his part, Dr. Bashiru Jamo, Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, who was present alongside other chief executives of the agencies under the Ministry of Transportation, attributed the decline of piracy in Nigerian waters and the Gulf of Guinea to the collaboration between various government organizations in Nigeria, regional governments, and stakeholders from both inside and outside the country.
As of December 2020, we were recording an average attack per week, 6 attacks, meaning an average of 1 attack per day of our vessel. Some countries declared that their vessel will never be in Nigerian territorial water. But from January 2021, we continue to reverse the clock, where in the third quarter of 2021, we recorded the highest milestone of hitting the record of 27 years record of reducing piracy in Nigerian territorial waters and Gulf of Guinea to 27 years record since 1994.
The Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamo, has been named winner of the Vanguard Public Sector Icon of Maritime 2021. The editor of Vanguard newspapers, Mr. Eze Anaba, who disclosed this while delivering a conveyance letter to Dr. Jamo in Lagos, stated that other awardees include President of the African Development Bank, Akiumi Adeshino, Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Mr. Mele Kyari, Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State, amongst others.
This is just a formal notification of tell the GG that the Board of Editors of Vanguard and the management of Vanguard have decided that it's one of our icons, maritime. We call it public sector icon, maritime. And deciding that he deserves the award took us at least 4 weeks of rigorous debate. And before our chairman ratified.
Mr. Anaba stated that the Vanguard Award Screening Committee carefully considered Dr. Jamo's nomination, and all indicators of good corporate governance led to the Nimasa DG as an exceptional public sector official in the year 2021. He praised Dr. Jamo's leadership at Nimasa for consistently increasing capacity of the Nigerian maritime industry, noting that despite the fact that Nimasa is not a revenue-generating government agency, its management has effectively blocked leakages and increased contributions to the Consolidated Revenue Fund exponentially in 2021, reaching an all-time high of over 37 billion naira.
One major factor in the maritime sector, piracy. Nigeria as a country fought militancy, all disturbing shipping, disturbing the oil business and all that. Since he assumed office, we have also noticed that there's been a massive decline in piracy activities in the Gulf of Guinea, to the extent that they have been internationally acknowledged. So that too is worth celebrating and acknowledging.
The DG of Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamo, noted the International Maritime Bureau announced the removal of Nigeria off the global piracy list on March 3, 2022, as a result of the consistent drop in piracy activities in the Nigerian maritime domain. In addition, Dr. Jamo stated that Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, Kitak Lim, praised Nigeria for her steady progress in the fight against piracy in the Gulf of Guinea and encouraged collaboration among regional bodies towards achieving improved commercial shipping safety and security.
Cooperation between the agency and the players with the International Maritime Organization. In everything we do, we communicate with the IMO. IMO, they are in full support of what we are doing. And if you listen to the opening remarks of the Secretary General IMO, that is the Maritime Security Committee, we used to have the highest council that used to discuss. This year's Maritime Security Committee commenced last week, Monday, and the Secretary General recognized the efforts of Nigeria specifically and then commended Nimasa for the efforts being made. Now, in all these things, we do it with the assistance of the Nigerian Navy. We don't do it alone, so we quite appreciate the contributions of the Nigerian Navy.
Shortly after receiving the notification of award, Dr. Jamo expressed his gratitude to the newspaper for the recognition, stating that it's a call to greater service.
I would like to immensely say thank you for coming and for giving this special recognition. It's not to Jamo, it's not to DG, but it's to the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, the stakeholders, the Nigerian Navy. We quite appreciate this recognition.
The Interregional Coordinating Center, Yaoundé, in collaboration with Nimasa and the Nigerian Navy, presents the 5th plenary session of the Shared Awareness and Deconfliction, popularly known as SHADE, the Maritime Collaboration Forum of the Gulf of Guinea, live in Abuja. Theme: Enduring and Sustainable Security. Speakers: Honorable Rotimi Amechi, Minister of Transportation; Senator Gbemisola Saraki, Minister of State for Transportation; Vice Admiral A.Z. Gambo, Chief of Naval Staff; Captain Belbel, Director, Interregional Coordinating Center, Yaoundé; and Dr. Bashir Jamo, the Director General of Nimasa. Venue: Transcorp Hilton, Abuja. Date: 10th and 11th of May 2022. Time: 10 a.m. daily. This event will have in attendance the regional navies and the shipping industry.
Hello viewers, my name is Onyeka Mary Okafor. The International Maritime Bureau (IMB) removed Nigeria from its red list of high-risk countries due to the reduction in piracy. And today we'll hear from maritime stakeholders their thoughts, opinions about the removal of Nigeria from the red list of high-risk countries due to the reduction in piracy. And we'll also get to hear the state of the maritime domain.
I think we have achieved, I would say 60% in terms of security, safety and certification. So in terms of Nimasa,
we have achieved a lot, or at the same time we have a lot of challenges which is still affecting the domain. And if government can do some things to improve the area of challenges, I think we'll go more and will be recognized worldwide.
I'd say that it's work in progress. We have recorded some successes and we're looking forward to more work. I mean, one of the good things about success is that you're expected to keep the tempo and also remain up there. So we're hoping that it's a continuous progress.
There's a little bit of progress, but not kind of progress that should be expected. We should be more technology driven. There's a lot of we've not fully tapped the blue economy as a whole. There's a lot we should start thinking of, like we should be more innovative, we should start thinking of involving proper tech in it, and we should have more startup like marine tech, like the way we have fintech. We should have more of this kind of involvement in the industry.
I would say they are doing well. The state they are doing well, but there is also room for improvement.
If you look at the maritime domain and you look at how it's been defined by IMO, and you look at how Nigeria have done so far, we are like what I would say a journey in progress. We've achieved a lot regarding to maritime safety. We achieved a lot regarding maritime safety, maritime security. We also achieve a lot in terms of environment and other part of it. But the thing is that it's a journey and we are progressing, and that's how I'm gonna say it.
The maritime domain in Nigeria has been a very interesting one and a tough one in the sense that there have been very little attention given to the maritime industry. But as of 2022, I think it's been a lot better. A lot of attention has been given. The domain of the maritime in Nigeria is getting bigger. But I still think a whole lot of things needs to be done. A whole lot of things needs to be done in the industry too, because there's a whole lot of things that are not going well. When you compare the Nigerian maritime industry to some others, like it's not something to write home about. But personally, I think we've been trying, because it's been like, okay, earlier I think as of 2015 thereabout, you hardly see female seafarers. Like you go to companies that tell you straight up, like, oh, we don't take females, and like it wasn't a thing. But now you go to most companies, they have like female captains, female officers, cadets, and I think that's a lot.
The International Maritime Bureau (IMB) removed Nigeria from its piracy list as a high-risk nation. What do you think will be the impact of this in Nigeria?
First off, that's a plus for Nigeria. That's a very good thing, and that's kudos to Nimasa, the Nigeria Navy, MASPAN, and the private sectors. In as much as this is a good thing for us, I just hope that we don't get slack in providing security in the waters, because it's usually our thing, because it's now a bit safer. A lot of persons will relax, and this piracy thing might resume. So I think we should just keep up with everything we've been doing. The master is now arresting people, sentencing them to prison. So it's a very good thing for our waters, and it's a very good name for us.
The impact is this relates to the shipping community, especially when it comes to insurance and ship owners that were scared of sending their ship coming across over to this part of the world. That will give them some sign of confidence, and then they will now realize that Nigeria is not that bad or the way it was before, So it also gave us a good image as a country.
This will be removed from the rally, believe me or not, more vessels will want to ply into the region and obviously improve the economy as a whole.
I see it as something that is benefiting us and is returning the image we are supposed to have as a country. The fact that this organization is saying that we are no more a high-risk area, I believe, it's a good thing. It's a good report, so to say.
Oh, positively. I mean, it's a welcome development, and we are happy that the International Maritime Bureau has recognized that we're doing a lot in the area of safety and security, and it's going to give us, it's a plus for us, and we hope that internationally in the IMO level, they understand that we're doing a whole lot of work to ensure that Nigeria is seen as, the big brother in Africa when it comes to maritime and maritime affairs.
I think it's going to impact positively, because gone are those days whereby shippers will be afraid to come to Nigerians. Even ship owners, we don't want to risk their ship into the Nigeria waters. But now as they have removed Nigeria from the list, I think more people want to do business in Nigeria and with Nigeria in terms of the shipping industry.
The removal of Nigeria by the International Maritime Bureau (IMB) from the red list of the high-risk countries due to the reduction in piracy has portrayed Nigeria in a good light and given it a good name due to the collaborative effort of the Nigerian Navy and Nimasa and other personnel involved. We've heard it all, the thoughts, the opinions, and the ideas from the maritime stakeholders. So you can also share your opinions on all our social media handles at Nimasa Official. Till I come your way next time, I remain Onyeka Okafor Mary. Nimasa This Week, the voice of maritime, continues.
Our world-class Maritime Experience Center is now live, announcing Maritime Stakeholders Experience Contact Center, MSECC, where you'll get simple, fast, and tailored solutions to all your maritime challenges on maritime safety, maritime labor, marine pollution, search and rescue, cabotage issues, ship registration, training and certification, and any other maritime-related issues. Contact us via the polling channels 23401 630 9590. Email us at contactcenter@nimasa.gov.ng, info@nimasa.gov.ng. Chat with us www.nimasa.gov.ng and on Facebook at Nimasa Official. Let's resolve all your maritime related issues.
You're still watching Nimasa This Week, the voice of maritime, and we go straight to the social media sphere. What has the DJ been talking about on Twitter? It's a very sad one this time around, and it has to do with maritime safety. The DJ is not feeling too happy, as he is absolutely disheartened to receive the news of the boat accident in Katsina, killing 15 travelers. Yet, another reminder that we must pay attention to the safety of navigation in our inland waterways, which spans over 26 states. My condolences to the families of the deceased. You can continue the conversation with the DG. He's on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, and likewise extend that conversation to all of our @Nimasa Official social media handles. However, when it comes to doing business in Nigeria's maritime domain, the Nigerian shipping sector, as you'll find all over the world, is indeed very complex. That is why the key word remains regulation, regulation, regulation. In other words, shipping is a highly regulated industry. The Nimasa official website must remain your first port of call. There's ample information, guidance, explanations, answers to most of your queries, from ship registration to management of maritime labor, and of course, your accountability for the marine environment. All you simply need to do is log on as displayed on your screen, and you'll receive the necessary direction. Thank you for watching today's episode of Nimasa This Week, the Voice of Maritime. You know, someone once said, it is out there at sea that you are really yourself. That, in my view, is encouragement for us to take our time every now and then to set sail on our waters. Then, hopefully, we'll have ample time to reflect and find out the true meaning of who and what we are. So till I see you next time, my name remains Ubongisen, and as always, I'd like to ask you to stay on course. Bye-bye.